Eric Trochon, a masterful culinarian and an expert in French cuisine. He was awarded a medal at un des Meilleurs Ouvriers de France in 2011, a competition held every 4 years. The award-winning chef has also been teaching at FERRANDI, the French School of Culinary Arts, a leading school of gastronomy in France. He has been visiting Asia on a regular basis to manage his French restaurant in Seoul and to provide culinary consultation in Japan and Taiwan. On today's The Interview, we meet Eric Trochon, an acclaimed French chef who has been practicing culinary art based on the philosophy that food should be simple and honest for the past 38 years.
Today on The Interview, we're joined by Eric Trochon, a world-famous chef who has been honored with the title Un des Meilleurs Ouvriers de France, which literally translates to one of the best craftsmen of France. We'll be talking about Korean and French cuisine and culture. Eric, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much to invite me.
It's great to have you. I think it's the first time we've had a chef. I feel like we're finally catching up to the mukbang trend that's sweeping Korea right now. But I don't want to give too much away to the viewers just yet. Today, it's mostly about talking about your life and your success. So first of all, you've been coming to Korea quite often because this year, 2016, is the year of France in Korea to mark the 130th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties. And as such, there are a wide range of cultural events that have been organized around this year. And I hear you're very busy taking part in some of these events.
Yes, because this is a year for French and Korean cuisine in Korea, but also in France.
Okay.
And we will have many, many different events in Paris, specifically in June, when your president, Madame Park, will visit us.
Okay.
And it will be a lot of big show on the food contest and a food workshop to mix French and Korean cuisine.
Okay, interesting. Talking about President Park, you actually gave a special lecture at the So French Delices masterclass at which she was present along with other aspiring chefs.
Yes, in March.
How was that? Yeah. Was it quite nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it was really interesting because she was really interesting by the philosophy of the cuisine.
Okay.
Much more than only the techniques. We have to promote the cuisine, the spirit, for how to be a chef. What is a philosophy? What does it mean to make food for people? Talking about sharing, and there was a lot of question about what I can do to be a chef, and my philosophy is always be curious and open mind.
Okay.
And that's kind of things. Yes. For young people, it was a lecture with Madame Park and also a lot of young people, and she would like to promote more than only techniques, but it's to talk about what is the skills to be a real chef.
Sure. But also to celebrate the 130th anniversary of diplomatic ties, the So French Deli Street Food Festival took place at Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul.
It was really amazing place. Yeah.
Okay, we've prepared a short video on the event. Let's take a look at it now.
So French Delices Street Food Festival was held in late March in Gwanghwamun Plaza, Seoul, to celebrate the 130 years of diplomatic relations between Korea and France. At the festival, featuring a wide range of French dishes, there were also various cultural performances and experience programs, organized by the Embassy of France and French Institute in Seoul. More than 23,000 people gathered at the venue to check out the events and try the delectable treats. visitors were delighted to try the scrumptious confectionaries such as eclairs and macarons at a tasting event. At the event, culinarians Eric Trochon, Philippe Baraka, Christophe Dauvel, who have been honored with the title of Meilleurs Ouvriers de France, or the best craftsmen of France, presented a fusion sandwich made with a French pastry called brioche and Korea's marinated beef, bulgogi.
So I think this event helped to expose Koreans to more of the French culture through its cuisine. So what kind of delicacies were on offer at the event?
It was a street food event because a lot of people think French cuisine is only high-class cuisine, but French cuisine is for French people, means it's for every day and every times. So we have also a French kind of French street food cuisine with a lot of croque monsieur and very delicacy salad. As a main dish, we can have a salad in Paris.
Yeah.
You can taste it in a bistro in Paris. So it was this kind of cuisine.
Okay. Well, Eric is very much dedicated to promoting French culture through its cuisine, and he's been kind enough to reveal the recipes for his French-style sandwiches made at his restaurant. So let's take a look.
Eric Trochon's French restaurant on Sarre Village Cafe Street in Seoul. Patrons are welcomed with a warm and homely atmosphere, created with a beautiful lighting and eye-catching paintings on the walls.
I'll be making for you today my favorite sandwich, Paris. This is a French sandwich with a sirloin steak and mustard seed. Come with me in the kitchen. Let's go. We start with the most important filling is the beef, the sirloin steak. Then we put it in a tray, spread some fresh and dry herbs, rosemary, thyme, bay leaf, like this, and some olive oil. Salt on the top of it, and we place it in the oven, in the fire oven, on the back. You put the beef in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. You should have a roast crush, but inside it should stay juicy. Just have a quick look on the roast sirloin. We add some herbs to give more aroma, and the beef should be really crushed like this, you know, well roast, and it smells very good also. So when we have cooked it for 20 minutes, we just let it aside for a quick rest, around 10 minutes. This is very important because the beef should rest to be more tender. I remake the rest now. I have already cut the tomato in a thin slice and make the same for onions. We cook it in the oven with just sprinkles of salt and little bit olive oil. And now we cut the bread. This is one of the most important things for the sandwiches. The bread must be crispy on the top but very smooth inside. Then I will make a big pieces of bread. Oh, nice part of bread. Just warm for a few minutes in the oven until it will be crispy. Oh, it's hot. I will open it. and it's ready to be filled with all the ingredients. Now we slice the beef. Slices of the beef are blue, we said in French blue, but means rare, because after we will put it in the oven for a few minutes. So if it's overcooked, it will be not very good. When you will test the sandwich, it will be dry and not juicy. This is a beef slice ready to go in the oven. Here is a rucola, so we remove the stem. Rucola should be very fresh, washed, and a little bit crunchy. Now we have all the ingredients and we can prepare the sandwich. Spread some French mustard. Add some onions, caramelized onions. Pepper, salt. Finish with the rucola. You put some drop of olive oil, then you close the sandwich. Okay, finally I cut it in an handle portion. Then bon appetit and get ready, Sujan. I will bring it to you to the studio.
So here comes the fun part. I actually get to taste your mouth-watering concoction right now. Yeah, I have the honor, the pleasure, and the
Thank you very much.
yeah, of tasting your food. Okay, well, I'm going to give it a little taste now. Very exciting indeed.
And for sure, we put some rucola inside to give the freshness.
Oh, okay. It's not something you generally taste in Korea very
No,
often.
but all these
making a
ingredients
mess
are
of
coming
this.
from Korea.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Sorry, I'm
Except
making
the
a mess
olive
of
oil.
this. Ah, that you import from France?
Yeah,
do you?
yeah, we import from France.
Okay. I'll just dig in with my hands?
Yes.
Okay.
And give me your opinion about it.
My honest opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And this sandwich should be, served hot, normally.
I get quite a strong hint of the mustard
Yeah.
seeds that you were talking about. And along with the tomatoes, it's
And
such a great
tomato
combination.
give acidity also, and onions, roasting like caramelized a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
It's quite, it's like sour and salty and lots of different flavors mixed in together, I feel.
Yeah. We try to give a lot of taste to this kind of sandwich.
Amazing. Can I take another bite?
Yeah. Say la gourmandise. It should be okay.
Thank you. And you said you make the bread yourself.
Yeah, we make our bread. in a specific wood oven.
In Korea?
In Korea.
Okay. And where do you usually get your ideas for your recipes?
You know, it's depending of where I am. So all around me, my history, what I like, and what I want to eat, and but mainly is what is all around me, like ingredients, and what is the weather, is hot or cold, and this kind of thing.
So you might change your recipes depending on the weather or where you are?
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Yes, yes. In France, we change every day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
For lunch and dinner, every day is different set menu.
That must take quite a lot of hard work.
Yes, it is, but it's like, you know, sports, like a muscle. Creativity is like a muscle. If you are making every day, it's easy, but
yeah, the body gets used to it.
yeah, we used to, and
So
we train the chef all
Right.
around me to be like this, you know.
Okay, interesting, interesting. So I've tried some authentic French style sandwiches. Have you ever tried any fusion recipes, perhaps with Korean ingredients?
Yes, sometimes, but I don't really like fusion without any soul inside.
Okay.
I like fusion made by somebody. Means when I'm eating, I would like to feel what is a chef and what is inside, what is thinking, and what is soul. Means if there is some only design food, I don't like it too much. So I don't have in my mind specific fusion food, but I really like Korean food, but real Korean food.
Right. So you want the authenticity.
Yes, I
Okay.
would like to.
But would it ever be something you'd consider, doing fusion dishes?
Yes, sometimes we find some kind of bibimbap in Paris mixed with French ingredients. It's not bad, but it's not my, cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea. Okay, okay. Which I think it could work, maybe. But
Yeah, it could work. It could work, but because I can travel a lot and come to Korea very often, I really prefer to have this kind of a delicacy in Korea.
okay, all right. So after biting into that wonderful French-style sandwich, I have to ask, how did you get into Korean cuisine?
Oh, I was traveling in Korea from 7 years now, so at the early beginning, the first dish I tried, I think it was kimbap, because it was like snacks, and
Yeah.
I was really interesting because it was totally different than we can find in Japan or everywhere, and the taste was really surprise for me.
Okay, in what way?
Means very mouthful means a lot of savory inside. Not only rice and ingredients, something mixed but with well balance between sweetness and saltiness, and very, very delicate.
Okay, so you were intrigued by kimbap, your first
Yeah, at the
Korean
early
food
beginning. Yeah, it was
experience.
the first experience for Korean cuisine.
Okay, and what about now? What would you say is your favorite Korean dish?
Maybe one of my favorites is kimchi jjigae.
Kimchi jjigae, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Very authentic
Yeah,
Korean.
it's a little bit strong for European people,
Indeed,
but
indeed.
real deep because everything is based on the seasoning. And the kimchi should be a little bit old for me. I like it when it's, more...
Very fermented,
Yeah, very
very
fermented.
strong.
I really like fermentation taste. Maybe because I'm French and we have also cheese. It's kind of similar with
Indeed.
kimchi.
Indeed, I never thought about that. Do you have any Korean foods that you're not so keen on or that you haven't tried and would like to?
I would like to travel more in the different part of Korea because I mainly taste Korean food in Seoul, and maybe in other region I can discover something, different and new, and
Yeah.
I wasn't expected.
Okay. One thing that I found very interesting was that you are very interested in Korean Buddhist temple food.
Yeah, it was a nice rencontre, we say it in French, means nice. I met Sunjae, a monk, and she teach me some Korean temple food dish. And I was really surprised because this kind of food is so actual, modern, means it's local, it's depending of the season, and it's good for health. All that things we are try to recover right now and avoid chemistry, no MSG. That's really, really, really modern.
So you liked the simplicity.
The simplicity.
Very earthy tastes, I assume.
And the deep taste. And you know, there is something like, I really believe in the energy. When you're eating something, there is energy inside. If you eat food from frozen, like frozen food or canned food, there is nothing inside, just calorie.
Right.
You know, everything is killed. So temple food is life food. It's very good for health and for soul also.
Okay, so it's not just the surroundings that are beneficial to the monks, but also the food and their lifestyle as well.
I think so. The lifestyle is very, very strong in the temple food. If you don't eat enough, you can't meditate. If you eat too much, you're sleeping, so you can meditate too. So
you need a good balance.
Yeah, you need a good balance. Not too much, but enough.
Okay, that's fascinating. And I know the French are very proud of their, culinary heritage and their reputation. And I feel like Koreans are quite similar as well. Would you say there are many similarities between Korean and French cuisine?
Yes, there is many similarities because the French high cuisine now is based on the regional cuisine. In the past, maybe 80 to 100 years ago, the French cuisine was a regional cuisine.
Right.
And I think in Korea there is a lot of very strong recipe in the different parts of Korea.
Indeed.
And the taste is very, the seasoning is very important and marinated things. And the cuisine, Korean cuisine is very deep. And that's why we have some, similarity with French cuisine.
Okay. And apart from, obviously, the ingredients, what would you say are the main differences?
Ingredients are a little bit different because you have a lot of seafood, and in France we have we use more meat,
right?
Like a lamb. There is very few lamb in Korean cuisine. Sometimes not.
Hardly any.
Yeah, hard to find. And other ingredients, we use a lot of olive oil.
Right.
France is divided in two. On the north part we use butter, and on the south part we use olive oil.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. And you don't have these kind of things in Korea, but you have a lot of fermentation.
Indeed.
Yes, that's why it's very, very interesting also.
Okay.
And good for health.
Yes, very much so. And what do you think Korean cuisine needs in order to go more global?
Oh, maybe to be teach to
Okay.
like we'd like to do in FERRANDI school. And because nobody knows very well about Korean cuisine. There is only few Korean restaurants, real Korean restaurants in Paris.
Yeah.
That's why maybe it's a pity. So if we can find more good Korean cuisine in France, we maybe, like it a little bit more.
Well, let's talk about FERRANDI. You referred to it just now. It's the French School of Culinary Arts, the oldest in Paris, I believe.
I think so, yes.
Okay, and I hear that Korean cuisine has just been introduced to its curriculum, which is pretty amazing. But for the benefit of our viewers and for them to understand the significance of this, could you tell us more about FERRANDI?
We'd like to teach some Korean cuisine in Paris for our students. Then to know more about Korean is also to keep more for our own cuisine. French cuisine is always using different cuisine.
Right.
In the past, in the Middle Age, we used a lot of Italian cuisine. Then after, we used a lot of English cuisine. And French cuisine, it's a mix of different kind of influences.
So you're expanding your knowledge, really, by incorporating other cultures and cuisines
Yes,
as well.
and there is some specific techniques in Korean cuisine very interesting for us, like fermentation specifically.
All right, but it is the first time in FERRANDI's 96-year history that it's offering another nation's cuisine. Why do you think Korean was chosen specifically?
Because we have a strong relationship with Korea, and specifically because of these 2 years, 2015 and 2016 of cooperation, and that's why I think.
Okay. And that's not all. I also heard that FERRANDI is opening a branch school here in Korea, its first overseas branch. Again, why do you think Korea was chosen?
Because Korea is the early beginning of a process for open the cuisine to other country also, and because there is a lot of young Korean people who would like to learn more about what is real cuisine. So it's a good opportunity to share our knowledge in this particularly unspecific time of 2015-2016. And that's true. This is the first time we will open a branch in other country, because we have a strong relationship with Korea.
Okay, excellent. And FERRANDI is also one of the few culinary schools that also teaches arts, humanities, food criticism, even languages, which I thought was interesting. Why does it take such a multidisciplinary approach?
As I told you, a chef now is more like a restaurateur, artist, all in the same time. That means we have to be more cultivate and more. We have to be to know more about what is a design. We are working also on a food design and food stylism, and a chef now is multicultural. So we need to know more.
And you're a graduate of FERRANDI, and you teach there now, I believe?
Yeah. I was starting in FERRANDI. I was 15 years old.
Okay.
A long time ago. And then after I will be back as a student in 86. Then 97 I start as a teacher and professor. And it's a great honor for me. And we are few students to be a chef and professor in FERRANDI. Means FERRANDI is also spirit. It's like family, and we give more than cooking tips. We give a kind of philosophy and a kind of spirit, how to make cuisine, and what is the meaning of to be a chef today. That's why
life lessons as well.
Yeah, it's a real life. Yeah, and also I'm very proud to be now professor in my ex-school, you know.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
So you said you enrolled at FERRANDI at the very tender young age of 15, and that was quite a big decision to make at that age. What made you decide, I want to be a chef?
I ever want to be a chef since I was 4 years old, something like this. I always criticism, too salty, too hot, too bitter. And when I was a kid, and it was my dream, so I realized my dream. I'm a lucky guy.
Okay, and I mean, you've made such a big success of your career. I'm sure you've never looked back.
No, yeah.
Okay. You were also named Meilleurs Ouvriers de France, which means best craftsman of France, which must be a huge honor. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, a huge honor and also a huge duty, because our duty is to teach to other people, specifically young people, and to give our knowledge and skills on a cuisine. Means it's a contest. It's a contest. It's a big fight against
a bit like Top Chef. Or...
Yeah, I think it's much more like competition, like Olympic Games, because it takes place every 4 years.
Oh wow!
And we start at 600 chefs, French chefs. Then at the end we stay only 10. Because the title is one of un des meilleurs ouvriers de France. Just one. Because who is the best one? Nobody can say who is the best, but one of.
Because it depends on tastes as well.
Yeah,
I guess.
also.
All right. Now, the sparkly medal around your neck has caught my eye from the beginning. I assume it's something to do with your Meilleurs Ouvriers de France title. Can you explain for us what it is?
Oh, it's kind of simple. It's very important for us.
Okay.
And, the 3 stripes is our flag, a French flag. And when you come in the kitchen with the 3 stripe like this, everybody focus on you. And because we are the only one who can wear this kind of jacket in France. It's not allowed to wear the jacket without the title of Meilleurs Ouvriers de France.
Okay.
And the young people look at you, how you are, cutting, or you are preparing the food, and they are upset by this kind of symbol.
Yeah.
So I wear the medal for show and some workshop, but mainly I just have my jacket with a 3 stripe on my neck.
Right, because the 3 stripes on your jacket is not very visible, but it's the same as the
It's the
strap
same.
on the
Yeah,
medal.
this is the same as the medal.
Right,
So
the French colours.
the French colours, the French flag, and I'm very proud to wear the French flag on my neck. So,
Okay.
but it's also a big duty.
Indeed.
Yes.
And that symbolize when you're wearing the jacket, it symbolizes that you're the top dog in
Yes.
the kitchen.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone has to follow your orders.
But with a lot of, I have to prove every day. That's
Right.
why. When I wear my jacket, I have to prove to the other I'm Meilleurs de France, one of.
So you're just constantly learning, even though you have this title.
Yeah, well, but when I was really young, I was dreaming to be a chef. But nowadays, I'm always learning, always. So never end.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the case in a lot of artistic fields. And this medal is given to the top 10 contestants in the competition?
Our president give us,
Right.
at the end of the competition, give us
Wow.
the medals in Palais de l'Élysée. So I think I was a little bit crying because I was with my father and
Little tear.
yeah. So you're a chef, you're 40 years old, and but you cry. Yeah, a lot of
it's-
emotion.
Yeah, indeed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You said it takes place every 4 years, and I believe it took you 4 tries, so that's 16 years.
Yeah, 4 tries.
Yeah, it must have been quite crushing the first few times. How did you manage to overcome those failures?
Oh, because I really want it. I really want to get it. That's
Right.
why. It was like a dream for me.
And what would you say is your signature dish, if you have one?
In fact, I don't have a real signature dish.
Okay.
I don't like this kind of concept. Means it's good for media, it's good for newspaper, but I prefer and I believe if you want to go to a restaurant, you want to know more about the chef and global. You know what is personality, and only signature dish is not enough. Means I don't have specific because I'm working on the global cuisine.
Right.
Means energetic. We are talking about energy, fresh products, local products, also season, and also with a good ambiance. I really believe in nowadays in the past. In the kitchen it was really tough, but young people don't like it, and that's real life now. And young people would like to be more considered, and management, the kind of how to manage people,
Right.
is totally different. And a good team, nice ingredients, it's much more important than a signature dish for me.
Okay.
So when the customer go inside the restaurant, the kitchen is open kitchen. They can feel something different.
Right.
Means it's much more interesting than only go for only a signature dish.
That's true. So you seem to have a signature philosophy.
Yeah,
rather
more.
than
Yeah,
a
it
signature
is.
Dish.
Yes, it is.
Okay, interesting. Now you opened a restaurant in Korea in 2014, even though you have 2 very successful restaurants in Paris.
Yes.
I mean, apart from this year being the year of France, etc., what made you go for a restaurant in a country that perhaps you're not so familiar with?
No, I'm not so familiar with Korea, but it was a kind of trial to know more about what is Korean culture also, and give me the opportunity to come to Seoul.
Okay.
And working with different ingredients and make a test how it match with the French cuisine.
Okay.
That's why our restaurant name is Spanish, because it's talk about south of France cuisine. A lot of olive oil, tomatoes, fresh vegetables, and I think it's a good experience for me.
Okay. So it was a bit of a personal challenge for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge, yes.
But it's been very successful, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And we got to taste some of it here, so that was amazing. Also, you're a professor at FERRANDI, but you're also a top celebrity chef. and I'm sure you could, in theory, just make a huge career out of that, but you chose to stick to teaching. Why is that?
Oh, for me, you know, as a MOF, as a Meilleurs Ouvriers de France, it's very important to share my knowledge and to keep in touch with the young generation, because their minds are different. Nowadays there is a lot of web influences, and I want to be in contact with them and how I can give them my knowledge, and that's why I ever want to stay as a professor. It's sometimes a bit tough because I'm traveling a lot, and I also run 2 restaurants in Paris, one in Seoul.
Very busy man.
Yeah, quite busy, but I really like to be in touch with the young people and train, and also to give the opportunity for a young chef to come to work with me. That's very important.
Is there anything that you look for in particular in your young chefs that work for you or that you teach?
I'm focused on the spirit. What is most important to be a chef? Just not a good technicians, but somebody who can, as I said, very curious, open mind, and who can deliver a good energy for the food. Food needs respect, and the customers need respect also.
Okay. There seems to be so much to learn in cooking, and I'm sure the road to becoming a top chef, as you are, was pretty long and arduous. You talked about some of your failures before. So can you offer any words of advice to any young budding chefs out there?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm, okay.
Enthusiasm. Same words in France, enthusiasta. Yeah, enthusiasm, because it's a tough job, and when you start early in the morning, if you don't want to come, just stay at home. Means it's a long day, and so enthusiasm, curiosity, open mind, and just be cool.
So you have to really, really want it. Have that absolute passion and that drive.
But no violence.
No,
no violence.
I mean, that goes without saying, but
for yourself or for the other people. Just keep cool. But just be curious. Like really young, like a baby. Just open your eyes, open your ear, and keep all what you can reach. Just keep it for think about what you are doing.
Okay. So just be open to any and all experiences around you.
Absolutely, and be relaxed.
Be relaxed, okay. I mean, I hear
it's not a fight. It's not a fight, because in the past it was a fight where you have to fight a lot. No, today, no.
I mean, I hear things can get pretty heated in a kitchen environment.
Yeah, that's so true.
But you're saying keep your cool.
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool. Open your mind and smile.
All right, some wise words, wise words. You're a top celebrity chef. You have 3 very successful restaurants. I'm very curious as to what the future holds for you.
I don't know, traveling, open maybe a bigger one in Seoul, because our restaurant is very small. It was just a trial, maybe open something bigger.
Yeah.
And write a book.
Okay.
And start a FERRANDI school also. To give a workshop in FERRANDI school in Seoul.
Right.
I will be very proud to be one of the first chefs to teach in a workshop.
Amazing.
And maybe just be open to new experiences.
As you teach your students.
Absolutely.
Que sera, sera? That's not French,
though, is it?
Yes.
Que sera, sera.
Okay. Learning something new every day. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Really excited for this new branch school of FERRANDI in Seoul.
As I do.
Yeah, and I'm sure multitudes of students will benefit from your very open teaching and your wisdom. It's been absolutely fascinating talking to you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.